Welcome to our channel, where rare and valuable state quarters take the spotlight. These coins hold stories, history, and surprising value. Stick around, because what you'll discover might just change the way you look at your change forever. Get ready to explore the hidden gems waiting to be found. Let's begin with the 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter, a notable part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program. This program was introduced to celebrate each state with a unique coin design, creating an opportunity for Americans to learn more about their country's history and heritage. Pennsylvania's quarter was among the earliest releases, which makes it especially significant for collectors. The reverse side of the coin displays the outline of Pennsylvania, a shape that's immediately recognizable. In the center of this outline sits a keystone symbol, representing Pennsylvania's nickname, the Keystone State. This term is more than just a nickname, it refers to Pennsylvania's important role in the founding and unification of the United States. Much like a keystone holds an arch together, Pennsylvania was central in holding the original colonies together during the early years of the nation. Above the keystone is an eagle, a symbol that represents strength and freedom in the United States. The eagle's wings are spread wide, emphasizing vigilance and protection. This imagery reinforces the idea that Pennsylvania has been a strong pillar of the country throughout its history. Below the keystone and eagle, the year 1787 is inscribed, marking the year Pennsylvania ratified the U.S. Constitution and became the second state to join the Union. This date grounds the coin in a moment of historical significance, reminding collectors of Pennsylvania's foundational role. The obverse side of the coin features the well-known profile of George Washington. This image has been a consistent design on quarters since 1932 and connects the new series with a long tradition of American coinage. Near Washington's ponytail, you'll find the mint mark, either a P for Philadelphia or a D for Denver, which indicates where the coin was struck. While the mint produced billions of these quarters in 1999, the value for collectors depends on several factors. One of the most important is condition. Coins that have never been circulated and still retain their original finish are in high demand. These coins are graded by professional services, and those that receive high grades for their condition are often worth significantly more. Another factor influencing value is the presence of mint errors or variations. Some 1999 Pennsylvania quarters exhibit small but noticeable minting mistakes, such as doubling of letters or numbers, or die cracks. These errors occur during the manufacturing process and make the coin rarer compared to standard issues. The 50 State Quarters program itself created a new wave of interest in coin collecting. Families and individuals began collecting the quarters as they were released, often making it a fun and educational activity. Since Pennsylvania's quarter was among the first released, it quickly became a sought-after piece. Collectors today continue to focus on the earliest coins in the series, and the Pennsylvania quarter remains one of the more desirable pieces. Its combination of historical significance, early release, and design details makes it stand out. Over the years, certain examples of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter have been sold at auctions and private sales for prices well beyond their face value. Coins that are in pristine condition or have unique mint errors tend to fetch the highest prices. When evaluating a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, it's important to consider the coin's grade, mint mark, and any noticeable errors. A coin in excellent condition with a P or D mint mark and a verified mint error can be especially valuable. Additionally, some collectors look for proof versions of this quarter, which were specially made for collectors with a higher level of detail and finish. These proof coins are also part of the market and can add to the variety available. The State Quarter program encouraged many people to start collecting coins for the first time, and the Pennsylvania Quarter often represents one of their first entries into the hobby. This ongoing interest has helped keep demand steady for early releases like this one. Some coins also come with packaging or certificates of authenticity from the mint, which can further increase their value. Collectors often seek these extras as proof of origin and condition. Now, after reviewing all these points, it's important to reveal the market value this coin can reach. The 1999 Pennsylvania State Quarter has sold for as much as $69,000 in top condition and with rare minting errors. This price reflects the coin's importance within the 50 State Quarter series, its rarity in high grades, and the demand among collectors. This example shows that even relatively modern coins can hold significant value if they are well preserved and carry unique characteristics. For anyone interested in coin collecting, the 1999 Pennsylvania Quarter is a clear example of how knowledge about a coin's history, condition, and production details can lead to discovering valuable pieces. Keeping an eye on coins from this era and understanding what makes certain examples stand out can be rewarding. The next rare quarter is the 2001 Vermont State Quarter, part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program that ran from 1999 through 2008. This program aimed to honor each state with a unique design, sparking renewed interest in coin collecting across the country. Vermont's quarter holds a special place as the 14th release, offering a glimpse into the state's heritage and natural beauty. The reverse side of the coin portrays a scene that immediately reflects Vermont's character. At the center, the Green Mountains stretch across the horizon, symbolizing the state's rugged and scenic landscape. Vermont is often called the Green Mountain State, and this design highlights that well-known nickname. In the foreground stands a sturdy dairy cow, representing Vermont's long history and strong ties to agriculture, especially its renowned dairy farming industry. Together, these images tell a story of Vermont's identity, balancing natural beauty with hardworking tradition. Above this design is the name, Vermont, prominently displayed, while below the scene appears the phrase, Green Mountain State. The year, 1791, is also included on the coin, marking Vermont's official entry as the 14th state of the United States. These inscriptions give the coin historical context and further emphasize the state's pride in its past. The front, or obverse, of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, a design used consistently on quarters since 1932. This continuity ties the 50 State Quarters program to the long tradition of American coinage. The mint mark, located near Washington's ponytail, shows either a P for Philadelphia or D for Denver, identifying where the coin was struck. This detail is important to collectors, as coins from different mints sometimes have variations that affect value. Though the mint produced millions of these quarters in 2001, the Vermont Quarter has caught the attention of collectors for a few key reasons. One of the main factors is the coin's condition. Coins that have never circulated and still maintain their original mint luster, often graded as mint state or higher by professional grading companies, are especially desirable. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin tends to be. Another important consideration is the presence of mint errors or variations. Some 2001 Vermont quarters show slight doubling of letters or numbers, minor die cracks, or other irregularities caused during the minting process. These errors are relatively rare and can significantly increase the coin's value. Collectors often seek out such examples because they offer a unique glimpse into the minting process and add to the coin's scarcity. The 50 State Quarters program itself created a resurgence of interest in coin collecting across the United States. Many families and individuals began collecting these quarters as they were released, turning what was once a niche hobby into a widespread cultural phenomenon. Vermont's Quarter, being part of the early middle releases, was quickly added to many collections. Collectors today continue to seek out coins from the early years of the program, and Vermont's Quarter remains a popular choice. Both circulation strikes and proof coins, specially made with a polished finish and sharper details for collectors, are in demand. Proof coins generally carry a higher price, especially when graded in excellent condition. Over time, some high-grade Vermont quarters with mint errors or unique characteristics have appeared at auctions and private sales, fetching prices far exceeding their face value. These sales demonstrate the potential for coins from this series to appreciate in value, especially when they have rare traits or have been well preserved. When assessing a 2001 Vermont quarter, it's important to consider several factors: the coin's grade, any known mint errors, and the mint mark. Differences between coins produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints may influence collector interest. Additionally, provenance and any accompanying certificates or original packaging can add value. This quarter not only celebrates Vermont's natural beauty and agricultural roots but also serves as a reminder of the successful 50-state quarters program that brought new attention to American coinage. It represents a bridge between traditional numismatics and a new generation of collectors. After reviewing all these aspects, the value of the 2001 Vermont State Quarter becomes clear. Coins in exceptional condition or those showing verified mint errors have been sold for as much as $60,000. This example shows how even modern coins, when preserved properly and with unique features, can become valuable assets in a collection. Understanding the history, design elements, minting details, and grading criteria of coins like this allows collectors and investors to identify pieces with strong potential. Paying attention to such coins and their characteristics can make the difference between a common coin and a rare find. If you come across a 2001 Vermont Quarter, take a moment to inspect its condition and details closely. Look for any signs of wear or damage, as coins that have retained their original luster are far more valuable. Pay particular attention to the letters and numbers for any doubling or irregularities, which could indicate a mint error. If the coin appears to be in pristine condition or shows any unusual features, consider having it professionally graded to determine its true value. Now let's move on to a coin that blends history, culture, and meaning, the 2002 USA State Quarter for Louisiana. This coin is part of the 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coin series the United States Mint ever produced. Running from 1999 to 2008, the program released 5 new designs each year, each representing a different state. Louisiana's design, released on May 30, 2002, became the third quarter of that year, following Tennessee and Ohio. It marked Louisiana's place in the Union since April 30, 1812, and told a visual story about a historical event that shaped the country, the Louisiana Purchase. The design was created by John Mercanti, a master engraver known for capturing fine detail in small spaces. On the reverse, the outline of Louisiana frames a pelican feeding her young, a symbol long tied to the state and featured on its flag. Behind that sits a shaded map of the Louisiana Purchase territory, showing the massive land area acquired from France in 1803. Alongside these images are the words Louisiana Purchase and the date 1812. It's a simple yet powerful layout that tells a lot with just a few elements. When it entered circulation, people immediately noticed its distinctive look. While millions of Louisiana quarters were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and proof versions were struck in San Francisco, most coins quickly went into everyday use. They passed from hand to hand, buying groceries, paying for parking meters, or ending up in change jars. Very few were put aside in pristine, untouched condition, and those are the coins that matter most to serious collectors today. Condition plays a big role in the coin's value. The highest mint state grades, awarded by professional grading services, go only to coins that look just as they did when they left the press, no scratches, no dulling, and no handling marks. Even a tiny flaw can bring a grade down. Louisiana quarters in the very top grades are much scarcer than the total mintage might suggest, which makes them harder to find and more desirable. Adding to the intrigue are the rare minting errors. In the Louisiana quarters case, collectors have found examples with double strikes, misaligned dies, and coins struck on planchets meant for other denominations. Each error is unique, and error collectors will pay a premium for them. While these pieces are extremely hard to come by, they stand as proof that even modern minting processes aren't perfect. The design also has a deeper appeal because it captures Louisiana's cultural richness. The state's history reflects French, Spanish, African, and American influences, its economy and identity shaped by the Mississippi River, and its culture celebrated in music, food, and festivals. The Louisiana Purchase itself was one of the most important deals in American history, doubling the size of the country and opening vast new lands to exploration and settlement. For a collector, this quarter isn't just currency, it's a small piece of that long and layered story. As time passes, finding a Louisiana quarter in perfect condition becomes more difficult. Coins in circulation continue to wear down. Even those saved when new might have small marks from being stored in bulk. Proof coins, especially silver proofs, remain popular for their crisp detail and mirror-like fields, but only flawless examples bring the strongest prices at auction. Auction records show that top-quality Louisiana quarters can surprise even experienced collectors. Sometimes the price jumps because of a rare error, other times because of an absolutely perfect grade. Competition between determined bidders can push the final price far beyond expectations. Each sale is a reminder that not all valuable coins are old, some, like this quarter, are well within living memory. Within a complete state quarters collection, Louisiana stands out for its thoughtful design and the major historical event it commemorates. It's a coin that carries both local pride and national importance. For some collectors, owning the finest example they can find is a way to connect with both state history and American history at large. And now, the part that often leaves people amazed. While most Louisiana quarters are worth no more than their face value, one extraordinary example, in perfect mint state condition, with flawless surfaces and outstanding eye appeal, sold at auction for an impressive sum. That coin changed hands for $54,000, a clear example of how rarity, preservation, and historical significance can turn an everyday quarter into a true treasure. For the collector who purchased it, the value wasn't only in the price tag, it was in owning a flawless piece of modern American numismatic history. Coins like this are more than just metal, they are artifacts that carry a story, connecting the present with the past. Every time that collector looks at it, they're reminded of the Louisiana Purchase, the cultural heritage of the state, and the beauty of the 50-state quarter series. It's also a reminder to everyday change checkers that valuable coins are still out there. While most Louisiana quarters will never reach such heights, the possibility keeps the hunt exciting. Searching through pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or old collections can sometimes lead to a special find. For many, the thrill lies in the search itself. Next up is a coin that quietly entered circulation in 2015 but quickly became one of the more talked about pieces among modern quarter collectors, the Homestead Quarter from Nebraska. At first glance, it might seem like just another design in the America the Beautiful Quarters program, but a closer look reveals a coin with an unusual mix of symbolic detail and collector intrigue. Representing the Homestead National Monument of America, it tells a story of self-reliance, resourcefulness, and the role of land in shaping the country's destiny. The scene on the reverse is simple yet full of meaning. At its center, a hand-operated water pump delivers a steady stream into a bucket, framed by two full ears of corn. Around it, the engraved lines suggest the flow of water and its spread through the land. It's a reminder that for early settlers, water was not just a convenience, it was survival. This design reflects Nebraska's agricultural heart and its connection to the Homestead Act of 1862, which offered plots of land to anyone willing to build a home and cultivate the soil. While millions were struck for circulation at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, the real challenge for collectors isn't finding one, it's finding one in exceptional condition. Circulated examples picked up were almost immediately, and even coins saved early on often have small contact marks from the minting and distribution process. A flawless coin with bright, undisturbed luster is surprisingly difficult to locate, even though the coin is relatively new. Adding to its interest is a set of varieties that make the Homestead Quarter stand out from other designs in the series. Collectors discovered extra die lines and distinctive patterns in certain mint runs, especially around the pump and roof areas, details that came to be nicknamed extra pump handle or snow on the roof varieties. These aren't mint errors in the traditional sense, but rather the result of subtle differences in die preparation. Some are common enough to be found by sharp-eyed change hunters, while others are so scarce that they appear at auction only occasionally. The appeal of this coin is also tied to the site it honors. The Homestead National Monument sits on land once claimed under the Homestead Act, preserving both the original tallgrass prairie and the memory of the families who built lives there. The coin, in its own small way, carries that history forward. When it's held under good light, the depth of detail, from the texture on the pump to the fine lines in the corn, is a clear example of how modern minting techniques can turn a small canvas into a work of miniature art. Proof versions struck at the San Francisco Mint offer an even sharper view of the design, especially the silver proofs with their mirrored backgrounds and frosted devices. These coins were sold directly to collectors in protective packaging, so they survive in much higher grades. But among all types, it is the top condition circulation strikes that often capture the most attention when they come to market, since their survival in perfect form is so uncommon. Over the past few years, auction records for the Homestead Quarter have shown an upward trend for elite examples. A coin with the highest possible grade, strong eye appeal, and no visible flaws can draw spirited bidding from collectors who specialize in either modern quarters or the America the Beautiful series as a whole. Add in a sought-after variety, and the competition can become even stronger. This is where the coin's story moves from interesting to remarkable. While the vast majority of Homestead Quarters will always be worth face value, a single example in absolutely pristine mint state condition, preserved exactly as it was the moment it left the dies, has achieved a result few would expect for such a recent issue. That coin, combining perfect preservation with collector demand, sold for $36,000, a price that reflects not just rarity, but the way a modern coin can capture history, artistry, and opportunity all in one small piece of metal. So the next time you come across a Louisiana quarter, don't just glance at it and toss it into your pocket. Inspect it closely, check for its details, and who knows? You might be holding a piece of history that could change your life. And if this story inspired you, remember that your next great find might already be in your hands. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep looking, because every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a fortune. And there you have it, another remarkable chapter in the fascinating world of rare coins. Stories like this remind us that history, craftsmanship, and a bit of luck can turn an ordinary pocket change into something truly extraordinary. If you enjoyed uncovering this treasure with us, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss the next rare coin discovery. Your support helps us bring more incredible stories from the numismatic world right to your screen. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your change jar close, and your passion for history alive.